Welcome back and thank you for staying on the line. And we just finished the news with Claire Abdurazak Adelabu. Now we start with Newsline proper. There seems to be nothing abnormal or special about this day, or don't you think so? It's a Sunday in February, so? But Mie Ogidi says it is not only a special day, but one that is witnessed only once in the lifetime of privileged people like you and me that are alive today. I know you're getting curious. Well, let me allow Mie to tell us more about it.
An extraordinary day in an ordinary calendar. It's Sunday, February 2nd, 2020. And worshippers go for communion at the cathedral. But it's not about the church, it's about the date. So, what's about the date?
When I look at it, it's 02/02/22, 2020, and unique in its own way.
It's 02/02/2020, and the God is in the details. It's indeed a day of exchange of congratulations among humans for attending a meeting that takes place once every 909 years. The meeting between 02/02/2020, or in some other countries, 2020/02/02. A sequence that reads the same forward as it does backwards. The palindromic date. One of its kind in a century. The last was 11/11/11/11.
As interesting as it could be, I'm just hearing that and noticing that. So I am privileged because those are the kind of things that happens once in a lifetime. Sometimes it never even happened in your time.
When I see significant things like that, even if I have no immediate explanation for it, I connect it spiritually. I pray to God and pray that God will make it a beautiful day. And for us in Nigeria to be experiencing this day, I believe that it is a great grace upon our nation. We should be hopeful that this year will be a beautiful year, and this day will usher in some newness for us that we will enter in as a nation.
It is really an eye-opening foray into the planet's calendar, and the next date with such symmetrical perfection will be 03/03/30/30 or 30/30/03/03. That is 909 years from now. Hope to see you on the 3rd of March 30/30. Is it possible? After all, we are all relatives of Methuselah.
Wow, aren't we privileged? Now, last year we brought you a report about an 18-month-old baby boy, Chibueze Ezechukwu, that was abducted during a church service in Onitsha. Well, 7 months after the boy was reported missing, he is yet to be found. Another twist to the story is that the father of the missing child has died, leaving the heartbroken wife behind to cater for the remaining children. Ekene Ndulue visited Ezechukwu's family residence at Onitsha, Anambra State, and came back with this report.
9th day of June 2019 and 13th of January 2020 are 2 dates that will ever remain indelible in the mind of 36-year-old Joy Ezechukwu. The first being the day her son was abducted, while the later was the death of her husband. With the 2 dates just 7 months apart from each other, Joy Ezechukwu can best be described as grief-stricken, recounting the incidences on the day she lost her 47-year-old husband, Olisa Ezechukwu, from Abatete in a Demmili North local government area of Anambra State. The widow explained that Olisa was not suffering from any known illness. She narrated that he suddenly became weak that Monday morning with heavy, irregular breaths and died on the way to the hospital.
No
no sign of sickness because he didn't go anywhere on Sunday. We were together on Sunday with the children playing. So, in fact, I don't know what really happened, but it's only God that knows.
It's a very big tragedy because everybody was surprised. Apart from the missing child of his son, we are trying to cope up and know how we are going to do to make sure that we'll get the child. At the time this news then came up.
Although family members say the two incidences are unlikely to be linked together, neighbors to the Ezechukwu family at Fizel Estate, Awada, say they are in fear as a result of the misfortune and have since organized a prayer session in the compound.
Date, no give any person chance. Some people said if that they will pack out of this year, though. But at long run, some people told us that we have to pray and talk to God, that we should not question God as such, and then we all calm down. And we have organized the prayers in the yard. We have prayed.
Although it has been 7 months since baby Chibeze was reported missing, nothing will delight Joy more than having her baby back. Even without any positive report from the authorities, Joy is still hopeful that she will be reunited with her son.
What a sad story. We pray the missing child is found, and we hope and encourage those around her to support their family. Now, there may be nothing more painful than the untimely death of someone young and dear to the heart, who has stepped up to achieve his dreams. Fatia Awal Abba reports on the death of an undergraduate student of the Federal University, Kashere in Gombe State, whose dream was shattered when he left campus to seek medical attention nearby. Okay, that story is not ready now, but we'll bring it later. Now, it is a Yoruba name for herbal brew, believed to be a highly medicinal one, affordable, very effective, and easy to come by. Yet, some people say it is a killer drink. Did you just adjust your seat? Okay. Annie Daniels is set to unveil the A to Z of this wonder drink, and her findings are quite revealing.
Eldua's place of business. She was already up and about, attending to customers. Roots, tree barks, and herbs littered the environment. None of these plants meant anything to me until 70-year-old Iya Odua, as popularly called, put me through. These medicinal plants adopt Yoruba names, depicting the ailments they cure. Mama Odua says she has been in the business of agbo since she was a child, a trade she inherited from her mother.
If you get jadi stuff, and that they call the sugar medicine, when I do am for the person, go piece am, sugar go. Nobody will no get sugar. Anybody will no get sugar. She no good, but make it not too much for body.
She sounded so real I almost mistook her for a medical doctor. Oh, did I forget to tell you the herbal brew is called agbo? Okay. Yaodwa says she enjoys high patronage both at home and abroad because of the effectiveness of agbo. How true is this?
Some illness you have, they'll tell you it's much better you go to the native people to prescribe those agbo and the rest of you. So I do.
If you know how to make it and you go and do it by yourself, if you take agbo, my dear sister, you will not like to take drug anymore.
However, a respondent who declined speaking on camera says agbo is a killer drink because it has no prescription and the system of processing it is unhealthy.
The one where they buy, where they always take, then get small cup.
What they use measure the agbo?
Sometimes we do take poison. Because of God eyes on us, it will not have any effect on us.
To get further clarification, I visited the Nigerian Institute of Medical Research, where I was brought up to speed with the other side of agbo.
Because they want to make it maybe sweet, they want to make it, they add some other things. Like they add ogogoro. Some will not even go to normal ogogoro. They will add something more concentrated.
Is that why it is called a killer drink?
If they don't know the component of the agbo they are giving. They just know that. So, but it's not impossible that somebody has taken something that most of their customers didn't used to take, or didn't used to take, and that thing has components that can react and form a particular product within the patient or whoever is taking it.
Both the scientists and agbo dealers all agree that agbo is good, except for some people whose sole aim of going into the agbo business is to make quick money.
People walking around, I don't advise some customers to buy. You always buy yourself, boil and cook. Even when you don't want to buy, you can soak and drink.
So I think what the government can actually do is to call these people and then create an avenue where they can be monitored.
All I can say is this: there is need for more education and awareness, because agbo is an age-long herbal drink, so there is need for a balance in the way it is used. Now, house chores and upbringing is the responsibility of every parent. The early knowledge and skills acquired through domestic chores form part of the basic needs of development in a child. But engaging underage in domestic chores may not be supported in other climes, looking at it from the child rights law. This made Eunice Nyutsa to juxtapose these two views and sampled the opinions of the public.
The discipline and proper upbringing of every child in the home is the responsibility of the parents. This enables the child to contribute his or her quota in the family through minor house chores like sweeping. The age-long practice across communities have helped children develop independent skills to survive without parents, exist outside their house, as well as embrace responsibilities. In recent times, the narrative has changed as parents prefer to hire house laborers or nannies to keep the home while the children are left alone.
Like my own kids, they are too small, and so sometimes I'm the one. So like grown-up children, it's good to teach them, because even though you are not around, they will sweep, they will wash, and wait for you to come back and prepare food for them.
What is obtainable now is bad, because I see a lot of discrimination amongst guardians that are raising children. They prefer to train other people's children and neglect their own children. It baffles me when a parent will teach an uncle's child or a niece or a nephew or a cousin how to wash plates, how to cook, how to grind pepper, and neglect his or her own child.
So to me, I look at it, people are depriving their children from better upbringing.
Buhari Nasiru is a 7-year-old child who says he has been taught to engage in domestic chores by his parents. A psychologist at the Benue State University, Professor Elvis Ehaji, lamenting on this development of engaging nannies instead of domesticating the children to be responsible, says the trend has created conflicts among children and their caregivers.
And any child that grows with lack of home training by the time is 12, 13, 15, 16, the impact will continue to hang on him. He's being denied the social training in responsibility.
Professor Ehaji further advised parents to start engaging children in house chores from the age of 3 in order for them to have a wholesome upbringing.
Whether we like it or not, household chores and training children are important, but should not be a medium or a way to abuse children. That is a no-no. Now to road construction. Construction work on the 32 kilometers Ibadan Circular Road project is progressing steadily, and when completed, the bypass road will decongest traffic on the Lagos-Ibadan Expressway. ENL Consortium Limited, handling the 67 billion naira project, says the equity portion and financial lender have assured the Oyo State government to complement development. Abubakar Usman Akwanga reports.
Officials of the ENL Consortium Limited say the company overcame some initial challenges and thereafter mobilized its equipment to site, carried out visibility studies and paid compensation before it commenced work. Now, substantial part of the thick forest have been cleared and topsoil removed up to 28 kilometers of the 32 kilometer project.
All the other phases of the project is what the company is currently engaged in now, such as the earthworks and the cover constructions.
ENL Consortium Limited officials say they intend to work on four fronts to take care of logistics between Badeku and Lagos end of the 32 kilometer project routes. Two quarry sites producing asphalt with capacity of 260 tons per hour will feed the Badeku axis near Asijere along Ibadan Ife Road, while the quarry and asphalt plant at Lagos end will take care of the needs of the axis.
So in 8 hours, we do have up to 1,600 tons, and each truck takes about 25 tons.
This asphalt is a final where we have the bitumen mixed with the granite, normally between 150 and 180, to give us the asphalt that we lay with the asphalt paver on the road.
Chairman ENL Consortium Limited, Clement Astrop, says indeed his company has the capacity to deliver on all projects. He pointed out that ENL installed prepaid meters for several discos in 12 states across the country and is engaged by the Oyo State government to dualize a 7.1 kilometer Ibadan Township road. In conjunction with the Federal Government Housing Authority (FHA), ENL Consortium is constructing 43 billion naira 900 number housing estate of 7 prototype comprising detached, semi-detached and block of flats of 5, 4, 3 and 2 bedrooms in Guzape area of Abuja.
Our lender and myself have not been able to see His Excellency Governor Seyi Makinde, apparently due to his very tight schedule. So I believe as governor who's looking for rapid development, he will be willing to meet them once the time permits. But honestly, our people on the ground, they are enjoying good relationship with its officials.
Now, Newsline will continue. Welcome back. Now, every customer wants to be given priority and appreciated. When this is done, the customer tends to develop confidence and loyalty to such organization. This is what Fidelity Bank PLC is doing for its customers across Nigeria. Hingino John Adams, who witnessed prize presentation to some customers in Lagos, reports.
Wondering why these people are dancing? As the song says, they have saved their way to millions of naira and other prizes, courtesy of Fidelity Bank PLC, who organized the Get Alert in Millions promo season 4. The promo, which was launched in October 2019 with the aim of appreciating and rewarding customers, is just one out of several initiatives that have been running for the past 13 years. The Get Alert in Millions promo is indeed putting smiles on the faces of customers.
The first time they called me, the bank manager for my branch, told me that I win 1 million naira. I didn't say much. I said, amen. That's really thing. And when after everything, I say maybe I dropped the phone. I say maybe it's 419 or so. So I don't talk until my marketer called me, confirm it. That's why I start. That's when I just feel with joy. I say I can't believe it.
Apart from cash and prizes already won, 4.2 million naira worth of airtime has been given out and more are coming.
That's part of the objectives of this draw, to deepen the savings culture and at the same time improve businesses, local businesses, and to drive the culture amongst them, amongst the savers.
We expect to give 120 million in this promo. So far we've given out 50 million. So we still have over 70 million to be given out.
To save your way to millions just like these winners, Fidelity Bank management urged new customers to open accounts with 20,000 naira, while existing ones should top their accounts with 10,000 naira or 50,000 naira monthly. To win the grand prize of 10 million naira, customers can top their accounts with 200,000 naira monthly. Promo lasts till May 2020.
Now, some lucky winners in 2 separate Globacom Recharge and Win raffles have been presented various prizes in Port Harcourt. The event, described as a return journey to the city after a similar exercise held last year, is to empower Globacom subscribers economically. Kingsley Amajiri reports.
To qualify for the promo, which is still ongoing, one is required to recharge one's Glo line with 200 naira to stand a chance of winning. Every subscriber stands equal chance to be selected in the raffle draw for different prizes ranging from tricycle, industrial and milling machines to power generating sets. Globacom say the company is taking this initiative to add value to the lives of its subscribers, given the utility value of each of the prizes.
Right from Abuja, Lagos, where the first prize protection event was there. We are delighted that these prizes, because of their utility value, are giving several winners the power to earn their daily bread.
The winners recounted their disposition when first alerted about the winning.
I got a call that I won a keke. I was even shocked. I had to go online to check that it's actually for true.
I received a call from Glo. So they say I won a generator. I will use the generator to empower myself to open a baby salon where I can hire somebody that to manage it, to add another value in my life.
In another raffle draw held at Rumukrish in Port Harcourt, 10 lucky subscribers in the Recharge and Win Big promo smiled home with various gift items.
Initially, I didn't want to believe it. I thought it was someone I want. One day, somebody just called again. You want a sewing machine? I said, please, I don't want 419. She said, no, it's not 419. I said, okay. So what do you want me to do? She said, I should go to their office.
Vending machine, I'm actually going to give it to my mom to support her catering business.
Glo has a touch, to this, to identify with the people. It's some form of grassroots empowerment.
The company, under the supervision of the National Lottery Regulation Commission, also held another raffle draw at the event. Different winners selected are expected to receive their prizes in Abuja.
So many programs coming from Glo. If you look at the packages, our data packages are the best today. We have the widest 4G network in Port Harcourt today, and we have the cheapest and most profitable data for subscribers. For those who have been using Glo, it's an opportunity for me to invite others to come and see the benefit of using Glo.
Now to our social diary. Recently, the families of Okweson and Likita came together in Abuja to celebrate the union of their children, Blessing and Babatunde. The groom, Babatunde Okweson, is a younger brother to the wife of the secretary to the government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, who was among the dignitaries at the event. Mitire Ikban now brings us the thrills and spills of the ceremony.
The story of love between Babatunde and Blessing crystallized with this solemn march to the altar to consecrate their union in the presence of God and man. The witnesses include Secretary to the Government of the Federation, Boss Mustafa, and family members.
I share with you in the name of God, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit.
With the marital union blessed, signed, and sealed, The couple and the church recessed happily for the reception. Here, it is evident that a number of cabinet ministers and top government functionaries cleared their schedules to honor the couple and their families. It was a day to remind the couple that upholding the family is the first step to upholding the nation.
Let their home be a strong pivot that will help us build a very strong country and a very strong community.
The family is key, especially to nation building, and we need to sustain the family unit.
Love each other. Be prepared to forgive.
And remain faithful friends and be best friends all the days of their life.
And they should make God the centerpiece of all their plans and activities.
With God as a foundation, I think every other thing will fall in.
He's the last born of our family, and he's much younger than most of us. So that my mother is alive at 84 and a half to see this day come to pass. I am so excited.
I'm very grateful to God, and I wish them a happy married life.
We are expected to come again and gather again and celebrate a new baby in the family.
The couple speaks of the ties that bind them together.
Caring, she's God-fearing, she's prudent.
He's loving, he's caring, and then he has everything that a woman would think or ask for in a man.
This joyous celebration of the union, witnesses agree, will surely set the stage for a long and harmonious married life together.
Congratulations, Joshua and Lillian. We wish you the very best. Now, who says prolonged courtship hardly leads to marriage? You might be right, because not all courtships end in marriage. But Joshua Rory Miller proved the statement wrong as he walked Lillian Eyatu down the aisle to take vows that will bind them together for the rest of their lives after a decade-long courtship. Fatia Awal Abba tells us how the wedding celebration of the son of the pioneer GM of NTA Gombe and former zonal director NTA Jos, Mr. Rory Miller, attracted the NTA family and people from within and outside the country.
The family of Rory Miller begins the year 2020 with a smile on their face as they welcome Lillian Itayu to their family as a daughter-in-law. The lovers took their wedding vows to be together for better and for worse. Reverend Tonko Olawi draws inspiration from Genesis 24:57-60 to advise the latest couples to stand by each other at all times, after which they signed the marriage register. The wedding of Joshua Rory, the son of the pioneer general manager of NTA Gombe, provided another opportunity of reunion for members of the NTA family, friends and well-wishers from all over the country.
No marriage will ever go smoothly, bounce ups and down. It's a bumpy thing. But you have to look up on Lord all the time. When you must trust, put your trust in Him all the time.
It was love that brought them together. They should be patient with each other.
Patience is the answer to every marriage.
When it was time for the couple to appreciate their guests, it happened in a trail down the dancing floor.
Very honored. I feel very excited. I'm full of joy.
I'm happy. You know, that's the joy of a mother anyway. When you see your son or any of your children getting married, that's the joy. I'm so grateful to God that this has happened.
The joy of the bride and her groom knows no bounds for God's grace through their long courtship which they finally celebrate in the presence of all who share in the moment of happiness.
Yes, it's been a long road for us. We've weathered the storm and look at us now, so we thank God for life, and she makes me happy. That's all I need, yeah.
So overwhelmed and so happy, and at least we are starting forever together.
The wedding ceremony climaxed in cutting of the cake and the demonstration of matrimonial responsibilities depicted by the colors that sees it all.
So beautiful. May the Lord bless your marriage.
Congratulations, bliss and blessings all the way. Now, the palace of the Olubadan of Ibadan, Oba Saliu Akomu Adetunji, was agog as the monarch conferred the title of Jagun Agba Oyeile of Ibadan land on business mogul Otumba Sunday Omoniyi Obiyinka. Grace Bamidele reports that an array of nobles and dignitaries witnessed the epoch-making occasion.
It was double celebration in the ancient city of Ibadan as the good deeds of a notable sojourner was recognized. First was the conferment of the title Jagun Agba Oyeile Ibadan and Yeye Jagun Agba Oyeile Ibadan. The couple, Sunday and Arike Obiyinka, indigenes of Ile-Ife, Osun State. Friends, associates, and relatives of the chief congratulated him for attaining another height as the day coincided with his 50th birthday.
He asked us to be present here to witness something which we have never seen in the past. So this is a new thing for us, and we met the king for the first time, and we were quite happy with whatever we have seen.
He is a very humble guy, and he started from a very low profile, and what he has done up till now is really, really ecstatic.
A nice person, a kind person, somebody who is ready to assist anybody that coming on his way.
His discipline and anything we are doing is always present. So we are like brothers.
An accomplished industrialist and first-class philanthropist.
Appreciating God for the new phase of life, the new Jagun Agba Oyeile Ibadan reflects on the grace of God as his means of sustenance.
With this honor, I promise to work in tandem with Olubadan for the upliftment of Ibadan as a city and for the development in the area of fiscal development and the social development of the state.
A good man, gorgeous, confident man.
Eminent personalities were treated to nice music by King Sonny Ade. Sunday Omoniyi Obiyinka, the chairman and managing director of Extensions Publications Limited, is a publisher with a wealth of experience in both marketing and productions in book publishing.
Congratulations, sir. Now to culture. Now, culture is a people's way of life, custom, art, as well as attire which easily identifies and distinguishes a person or group of persons in a given area. Oyonyo, commonly worn by the Calabar women, particularly the Efik-speaking female folks, would differentiate them from any gathering in the south-south geopolitical zone of Nigeria. Erica Ivy highlights Efik women's love for Oyonyo and how this trendy outfit always gets head turning at any gathering.
It is commonplace to see women of various ethnic nationalities decked in wrappers of various types of fabrics for any socio-cultural occasion. This is natural because it is a normal outfit worn by the women of Nigeria. The Efik woman, known for her style and dexterity, is different from the rest when it has to do with cultural attires. She prefers her dress, which is patterned after the Victorian dress of the British monarchy and called in local parlance at Onyonyo.
We dress, like we are from Queen Elizabeth stock, wearing regalia, things like this.
I think the Efik Onyonyo is a wholesome way of expression. It's decent and you're not unduly exposed.
The Onyonyo worn with a special headdress, hairstyle, beaded shoes and bags to go with it has grown to become trendy to suit modern day Efik ladies.
Onyonyo, I believe, is Victorian because they had a great impact on the Efiks. It evolved. Currently, you have what we call a modern Onyonyo, which enables younger people to wear something a little bit less cumbersome.
For the Efik men, the Onyonyo worn by their women is always a delight to see.
Our people are just too much. And when you look at it, everybody around us, they're copying, they're keying into it.
The young girls and to adopt what their mother wear in the past years. This Onyonyo can be so in different styles which suits you. Somebody see you and rush for you and know that you are from a decent family.
The Onyonyo is a unique outfit made with cotton or soft lace fabrics with different styles to promote Calabar women, mainly the Efiks, the Fode, and the chores.
Our cultural attires are beautiful and exceptional. Now, many international brands have and are still drawing inspirations from them. Now, time for another commercial break. Stay on the line. Welcome back. Now let's talk about food. To be specific, bitter leaf soup in the southeast, for instance, is popular and is a popular delicacy that appeals to the people. But truth be told, not everyone knows the local recipe. Kelvin Samuel is standing by to take us through the process of preparing bitter leaf soup the Igbo way.
Vernonia amygdalina, popularly called bitter leaf due to its bitter taste, belongs to the plant family composite. In Nigeria, virtually every tribe seems to have their own way of enjoying the bitter leaf soup. For Igbos, bitter leaf soup is one of the highly respected delicacies. However, not everyone that enjoys the soup knows how to prepare it in order to get the best result. To assist those who desire to know, a chef takes time out to explain the stage by stage of how to get the best of Igbo traditional bitter leaf soup.
Okay, I have some ingredients here that I need to make unubu soup. Okay, we have here, this is what they call unubu. Unubu means bitter leaf in Igbo language. Then, okay, this is dry fish, this is stockfish, then this is pounded cocoyam. This is the thickener of the soup. Then this is pomo, this is crayfish, this palm oil.
She further explained that to get the real taste out of an Igbo traditional bitter leaf soup, one must add an ingredient known as ogiri, which is a special concoction made from fermented oil seed. According to her, there are different health benefits derivable from bitter leaf soup, such as kidney problems, diabetes, dysentery, worm infestation, constipation, among other flavors, taste, and its other nutritional values.
It's really good when I have it, and I love to have it like always.
That's a nice dish, and I recommend anybody to taste it.
This is the ceremonial soup from Igbo. It's very nice.
I've been privileged to partake of this food experience. I can say it's actually awesome. I'm not really a big fan of onubo, that is bitter leaf, but this one came with a different.
While some enjoy chewing their bitter leaf raw, others prefer using it for the treatment of one ailment or the other. The Southeasterners mostly use it and enjoying fufu gari or pounded yam, as the case may be. If you have never tried your bitter leaf soup the Southeast way, maybe this is the time to give it a try.
Now, bitter leaf soup is an age-long delicacy. Now, if you've not tried it, like Kelvin said, after Newsline, ensure you do. Now, the River Benue is a natural resource and doubles as an economic hub for several communities around its bank. Many individuals earn a living excavating sand and gravel using an uncommon technique that Elias Eve will show us right away.
Approximately 1,400 kilometers long, the River Benue, a major tributary of the River Niger, apart from its several other benefits, is an important transportation route to the regions through which it flows. Like the double-edged sword, the River Benue, apart from its threats of overflowing its bank and causing flooding, this natural resource serves as a center of activities to many people.
At the riverbank, several businesses are ongoing. For example, most of these transporters, as you can see behind me, are conveying goods from the other part of the river down to this side for consumers to patronize them. At this spot of the riverbank, what normally happens here is sand excavation and gravel. The dealers on these commodities go as far as in the middle of the river to excavate these products and transport them back to the river shore for customers to have access to them.
For Sayochia, a sand and gravel excavator, the business, though quite tedious, is worth the efforts.
In the gravel side, we do bring it in Taraba side and Luku and some of the riverbank area. We do bring gravel to side here.
Christopher Enyi is an artist and has taken advantage of the beehive to market his product.
Some of these people, they don't have chance to go to the main market, and I'm a hawker. I don't have a particular shop where they will locate me. So they patronize me, and that is why I'm here with them.
The River Benue flows through the towns of Garoua, Mandara Mountains, Jimeta, Ibi, and Benue communities before offloading into River Niger in Kogi State.
Interesting story. Now, have you observed that most businesses now operate online? In fact, almost all sectors meet and deal with customers using the internet as the major platform. It is also quite interesting how commercial transportation has become one of the most lucrative online business. Even riders of commercial motorbikes and tricycles, also known as keke napep, are not left out. From Akwa Ibom State, Uduak Etim reports on the innovative arrangement. We'll go to that story maybe later. Now, while many countries have celebrated the New Year and are almost forgetting the experience of the event, the Chinese are just beginning the New Year. The event holds on the 25th of January every year and was a boom in Abuja, where the Chinese community threw a colorful, fun-filled event for Nigerians and citizens of other countries. Nomso Damian Dati reports.
Welcome to the Chinese Embassy in Abuja, Nigeria's federal capital. The event, Chinese New Year, going simultaneously with a temple fair, as custom demands must be held in a temple or adjacent to them. Based on this, one is set up here. Color and glamour, fun, relaxation, and enjoyment all blend, where the most celebrated traditional festival in China is taking place, and in over 133 countries world over. This is the third edition in Nigeria. Trust. The gates of the embassy are thrown open to foreign nationals, guests, and spectators from all parts of the world. Having enjoyed very good bilateral ties, China looks forward to better ties this year.
The Spring Festival is for family reunion. Nigeria is a home away from home for us. And like the chairman said, the cultural cooperation promotes mutual understanding and friendship.
The relationship has grown tremendously in the economic sector because in the few years now we have seen that a lot of industries are cropping up in Nigeria.
Yes, you can see the evidence of such here. Joint performances put together by Nigeria and China to enhance unity. Sure, even some Nigerian students can now testify to that.
Ni hao, what's any Chinese? Ni hao, I love Chinese. How about sure? I'm happy. I'm happy.
I'm working hard for me to be able to meet up with the qualifications for me to be able to go to China.
Check out Mary Philemon, a young displaced child alongside her schoolmates, all from the IDP's camp, having a wonderful time. Thanks to the special donations by the Chinese companies in Nigeria, living up to the theme of the festival, Care in Festive Season.
We feel happy with them because they help us. They are supporting our education. We thank them for it.
Did I tell you that every Chinese year is named after an animal? Well, this is the lunar year of rats, meaning the year will exhibit features of a rat. What that implies is you go study the features of a rat in your area to know what the year beholds. But I must warn you, please do it from a distance.
A happy new year is surely in order for our Chinese friends. Now, those who have gone on pilgrimage will tell you that it is an experience to treasure. Apart from the spiritual benefits, the adventurous tours are what memories are made of. For some Nigerian pilgrims who journeyed to the Holy Land, a boat ride on the Sea of Galilee made the trip even more enchanting. Ruth Agwele reports on the best moment.
Getting to the Sea of Galilee was a historic journey, surrounded by a tropical area and said to be a volcanic region. According to history, anytime there was a volcano, the stones in this region turns black, known as basalts, and the last eruption happened more than 4,000 years ago. The first stop was at the Mount of Beatitudes, where the Church of Beatitude is located, built in 1938 from the basalte stones, and from a section of this church you can have a good view of the Sea of Galilee. But since this is not the final destination, the journey continued. Finally, we arrived at the Galilee courtyard, a beautiful atmosphere that houses a museum with different artifacts. The Sea of Galilee is said to be 210 below sea level, with a depth of 46 meters. They said it is the lowest sweet water lake below sea level, but not meant for drinking. The pilgrims could not wait to board the boat, which they did in a grand style.
We are in a boat ride at the Sea of Galilee. I tell you, it's a beautiful experience. This is where they said Jesus walked on this water. Well, I'm not Jesus Christ, so I wouldn't want to try that out. But let's try to find out from people here, what's the experience like, and would they want to try that out? Would you like to walk on the water like Jesus did?
Why not? It would be a very nice experience. It's like going back in history.
Do you feel like walking on the water? Right?
Yes.
You feel like walking on the sea?
Of course.
Would you want to try it?
Yes. Should I?
I'm the most happiest person today.
I knew it was going to be good, but I didn't know it was going to be this good. And I count myself lucky, and I'm grateful for God for this wonderful opportunity.
It's a lifetime opportunity. I'm rejoiced, I'm happy. This is my first time to come to Israel, but I came and see what Jesus Christ done. He has changed my life, he has changed my family completely.
Every year, as pilgrims come here from Nigeria, we read the Bible, that very particular passage, and then we apply it to our lives.
Like a blink of an eye, the ride was over. But like they said, it is not over until it is over. So they took another trip to the Custodia Terraxante in Tabga, the church of the primacy of St. Peter. Here, the task will be complete as the pilgrims get to touch the Sea of Galilee from the offshore. Call it a journey worth the miles, and you will not be wrong.
Thank you, Ruth. It's good to see the Sea of Galilee looking great. Now, there was a time environmentalists raised alarm on its shrinking, a great marvel indeed. Now, have you observed that most businesses now operate online? In fact, all sectors meet and deal with customers using the internet as a major platform. It is also quite interesting how commercial transportation has become one of the most lucrative online business. Even riders of commercial motorbikes and tricycles, also known as keke napep, are not left out. From Akwa Ibom State, Udwak Etim reports on this innovative arrangement.
Known locally as keke napep, is an essential and alternative means of urban transportation in Nigeria. The use of keke napep in Akwa Ibom State was given impetus following the ban on private and commercial use of motorcycles within Uyo metropolis by the Akwa Ibom State government in 2012. The policy, among other reasons, had the objectives of reducing road accidents caused by the use of motorcycles, reduction in aided crimes, promoting orderly usage of road traffic, and providing a better source of income generation. The business of keke napep in Akwa Ibom State has grown tremendously. The demand for it keeps increasing as number of brands have found their way into the market to transport passengers to various locations at a cheaper rate when hired compared to taxis and buses.
I normally prefer keke because many times if I want to go to a certain point or a certain street, keke will enter there. Our buses here or taxis we are having, they are operating on the major road. They are not operating in the streets.
Keke napep is very cheap. When you consider the condition, when you enter inside, you feel free. There's no molestation unlike other buses and all the rest of them.
I like keke because it is cheap and also it's closer to my destination.
If you check the Nigerian labor market, you will see a lot of graduates in the market. There's no job, but at least with this keke now, we can pay our bills with this. We cater for our families with this.
With its constant usage, keke napep can easily break down, and this becomes a business for the repairers.
The keke is spoiling better more than the car safe.
When it got a little problem, we need to replace things in order so that it could be useful to everyone.
Although tricycle is restricted in some areas within Uyo metropolis, some of the operators have joined online business where passengers are picked and dropped when booked for a ride.
The online transportation business is a very good business that I really personally I welcome it to Akwa Ibom, and I think the Akwa Ibom people actually welcome it. It's one of the best things that has happened to us.
Business is very nice because when I was driving ordinarily as a pick and drop, in a day most of the time I did not have up to 3,000 naira. But currently now I'm driving with this. I've been having close to 9,000 naira every day.
To reduce the accident from keke riders, because the keke riders are not drive anyhow again. They are not struggling for the passengers, while rider, the passengers are looking for the keke riders.
The keke napep business, apart from providing a cheaper means of transportation for the masses, has become a source of wealth creation.
Indeed, more and more Nigerians are taking advantage of benefits that we have from online transactions. It's time for us to take our last break for today. Now, he was a former Nigerian Minister of Information, a seasoned administrator, and former chairman of the defunct National Sports Commission, whose immense contribution to sports development is unquantifiable. These were some of the tributes rendered in honor of Chief Alex Akinyele as the late former minister was buried in his hometown in Ondo State. Olajide Bello, who captured the mood, now reports.
All roads led to Ekimogun Court residence of late Chief Alex Akinyele in Ondo Town, where dignitaries gathered to join his children and other family members to pay their last respect. All Saints Anglican Church, Ondo, where the late former minister was a prominent member, was filled to capacity as people from all walks of life, including the Minister of Youth and Sport, Sunday Direct, came to bid the late public relations guru farewell. In the sermon, Reverend Samuel Oni reminded the congregation of death, which is inevitable for all mortals. He therefore enjoined the living to use their wealth and influence to touch lives, adding that late Alex Akinyele was a pillar of support to the weak and downtrodden. Back to his Oka residence, it was time for children and other family members to perform dust-to-dust rites as his body was cremated to Mother Earth.
He's a very humorous man, very loving and compassionate.
He's a kind man, very generous.
Our father was somebody found to be of great integrity. For him, integrity was very paramount.
I think I stayed with him the longest of all the children, so I'll miss everything about him.
He was an astute politician and administrator.
He was an iconic figure in this our community. Was a quintessential leader. He used his position to help so many Nigerians, especially the Ondo community.
Guests, who included a delegation of the Minister of Information and Culture, Lai Mohammed, were later entertained at a well-attended reception. Aged 81, late Chief Alexander Okpeyemi Akinyele was a former president of the Nigerian Institute of Public Relations and chairman of the National Reconciliation Committee in 1994. He was knighted by the visiting Archbishop Robert Rousey of Canterbury in 1980 and King Juan Carlos on November 15, 1991. He died on November 14, 2019, and is survived by siblings, children, and grandchildren.
May his soul rest in peace. He will surely be missed. Now, the Osomala in Ogbaru local government area of Anambra State played host to the creme de la creme of the Nigerian society when they trooped into the quiet town to pay their last respect to Mrs. Frances Adeze Nwuba, a one-time secretary of the Board of Management of the NTA. Daniel Upai witnessed all the ceremonies and now reports.
The coastal community of Osamala in the Ogbaru local government area of Anambra State witnessed the influx of personalities from different spheres of life who converged to pay their last respect to the late Mrs. Frances Adeze Nwuba. That solemn tune set the stage for the funeral mass at St. Patrick's Catholic Church, Osamala, presided by Right Reverend Peter Ebere Obaleke, Bishop Emeritus, Ahia Diocese, who described death as the path every mortal will have to tread, though encapsulated with lessons for the living. The remains of the deceased were interred in the family's compound amidst emotions from her children and other relations. The late Mrs. Frances Adeze Nwuba was a quintessential mother whose eventful life of sacrifice will be missed dearly.
For her making me the person that I am now.
She supported me, my brother, my sister. She was a great mother, and I couldn't have asked for anyone better than her.
She was a fantastic woman, a good human being.
She gave me love. She gave her children love. She gave her family love.
My sister's heart was larger than life.
In an arena adorned with colors that depict love and peace, guests were treated to different delicacies, while soft tunes made the ceremonies memorable. The late Mrs. Frances Adeze Ida has returned to her creator after a 69-year sojourn on earth. She left behind her husband, 2 sons, her siblings, including Mrs. Ngozi Okwesa.
Now, may her gentle soul rest in peace. Now, reports reaching us says Rangers International fails to qualify for the Confederation Cup. They played 1-1 draw with Al-Masri Football Club of Egypt. Femi Johnson reports that they are out of the quarter-final in their group. Now, that's all on Newsline tonight. Thank you for watching, and may God continue to bless Nigeria.